What madness is this?
So, I wanted to talk about the Odyssey. When I heard that they were making an Odyssey movie, I was like, oh. And then when I heard that Matt Damon was going to play Odysseus, I went, oh? Oh. Because, like, look, when I think Odysseus, I don't picture Matt Damon at all. I watched the movie The Great Wall. I actually kind of like the movie Great Wall. I like the wushu aspect of it, fighting monsters and the whole fucking thing. It's entertaining. But, like, every time Matt Damon's on the screen, I'm like, oh. Because if there was ever a dude that didn't fit in any other time period other than modern day, in like a mall or some shit, like, it's fucking Matt Damon. I almost can't even take The fucking Martian. I like The Martian. I think The Martian's a good movie. I think Matt Damon's good in it. I think Matt Damon's a good actor. He just doesn't have the look. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine The Hulk starring Timothy Chalamet? Right? And, like, The Rock is playing Bruce Banner, and then he gets angry, and he turns into Timothy Chalamet. It just wouldn't fucking fit. Like, it's not the person you think of for that role. There's a reason that Tom Holland plays Spider-Man and not Captain America. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason for that, because Tom Holland's kind of looks like a kid, and Timothy Chalamet kind of looks like a kid, and Matt Damon looks like he belongs in a fucking mall. Now he's a little bit older. He's got the beard. He looks a little more grizzled. Whatever. Right? But other than that, I think the casting is perfect. I think it's spot on. I think it's exactly what I imagined it kind of would be. Right? Because, I don't know if you realize this or not. They've been telling us this for years. They don't make movies anymore for us, the viewer. They haven't done that shit for years. They've been telling us the whole time, we're not making this for you. And this movie is not made for us. This movie is made to win an Oscar. That's it. They said, hey, Christopher Nolan, you want to direct a movie? And he went, sure. And they said, here's this great book. This feminist wrote her truth about ancient mythological history. And we want to make a movie about this chick's fan fiction. And he went, oh, great. So like every other movie that's made nowadays, it's all just horseshit fan fiction that fucking feminists have written. Yeah, that's exactly what we want to do. Because we want to win an Academy Award. Well, who are we making this for? The Academy. Duh. Oh, okay. Well, what are the rules for winning an Academy Award? Well, it's got to be a big over-the-top movie. All right, The Odyssey. Fine. Right? And it's got to be written by a woman. All right, we're using this feminist fan fiction. That'll do. And it's got to have as few white people as possible. All right, well, it's The Odyssey, so that's Greek. It's we're talking about Greeks. No white people. Fantastic. Matt Damon, main role. We got to have a Mexican person as a main character. All right, fantastic. We'll get John Leguizamo, the guy who complains about how there's not enough Italians in Super Mario Brothers. We'll get him to play a Greek guy. Perfect. And we have to have a black woman as a main character. All right. Well, we'll get the love interest from Black Panther, because obviously she's black. She was in Black Panther. There's no white people in Black Panther. Wasn't allowed to be. So we'll get the black girl that's the love interest from Black Panther, and we'll make her the love interest in The Odyssey. Helen of Troy. Perfect. She knows how to play a love interest. You sit there cold and fucking emotionless, and you just be a bitch. Perfect. We'll shave her eyebrows so that she looks beautiful. Most beautiful woman in the world. It was a pretty face that launched 1,000 ships. And I think she's an attractive girl. I do. I think she's much more attractive with eyebrows. But I'm weird. I fetishize women like that. They need to have eyebrows for me. It's a weird sex thing. I don't know. It's probably because I'm white. And obviously, you know, she's going to play Helen of Troy. Perfect. And we'll ugly her up as much as possible. We'll put no makeup on her at all. We'll shave her eyebrows. We'll give her a weird hairdo. And bam! Helen of Troy. That's the pretty face we're all fighting over. We're going to launch boats across the ocean to go and get that bitch back. Alright, cool. Makes sense. And we'll have... oh, shit. We have to have a transgender person playing the main character. Okay. Well, we'll get Elliot Page because... he's the only transgender person that's still happy to be transgender now. That wants to be an actor. So we'll put Elliot Page in as Achilles. Perfect. And then that way, when Achilles dies, Elliot Page can play the shade of Achilles. We'll do like they did in Captain America. When Elliot Page is living Achilles, they'll do the body, you know, they'll do the CGI body, they'll CGI his head on an actual man, and then when Achilles dies, it can just be Elliot Page, and Elliot Page can just play the shadow of Achilles. The shadow of a great heroic man can be played by the shadow of a man. Perfect. And I'm sure there's other dumb shit. Oh, I know one thing. We're not going to have orchestral music. Because that would be not period, right? They didn't have orchestras back in that day. Kind of an asshole would put orchestral music in an ancient Greek mythological story. Fuck no. They didn't have that shit back then. So what we're going to do is we're going to hire Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. Yeah! We're going to have them. Okay! They're going to do the fucking... They're going to do the soundtrack. What? Because why the fuck not? We'll have rappers do it because they had rappers back then. They didn't have orchestras back then. But personally, my thought is that he was probably putting it all together and he was like, this movie is fitting to lose a lot of fucking money. We're going to lose so much money making this movie. Do we really want to hire an entire orchestra for a movie that we are already losing money on? Nah, we'll get Lil Jon and East Side Boys. Yeah! To do the fucking... They'll do the soundtrack and it'll be banging and shit. And that'll be cool. It'll save us some money. And we're going to spend like at least half to a full $1 billion on this fucking movie. And we're going to make probably $200,000-$300,000 back. That'll be perfect. That way, like with Christopher Nolan, he doesn't give a shit. You think Christopher Nolan isn't going to already be paid? What, you think he's looking for residuals off this shit? Hell no, he doesn't pay me now. Pay me flat rate, bitch. I need this many millions to make this piece of trash for you and just piss away all of this money. But don't worry, we'll keep everything secret and we'll not let anybody know anything. And everybody will go see it and we'll trick them. We'll trick the first round of audience into going to see it, and then the second round of audience will go to see it because they'll be like, there's no fucking way. And then they'll come out of it going, oh my god. And then other people will go, there's no fucking way. And then they'll go see it, and then we'll make, you know, at least $400 or $500 off that alone, right? Because each ticket is $150. We're going to get at least 3 people to go see it. Man, we're going to be rolling in money. We're going to be rolling in debt. But, at the end of it all, the Academy will go, well, did it do good at the box office? And everybody will go, what are you, a fucking capitalist? No, it didn't do good at the box office. It never does good at the box office. This is why we put the rules in place so that we can cost these large corporations fuck tons of money. We will cost them so much money that will just be wasted, and it'll get all of the money at the top will get filtered down to the people that are really put upon, the unfortunates that were born women and fucking retarded, and we'll give them shit tons of money. And Christopher Nolan will be like, whatever, pay me, bitch. And we'll give him a bunch of money. And then we'll give some black people money because gotta give black people money. And we'll give some Latino people money because we gotta give them money. And we'll pay Elliot Page because transgenders gotta get their cut. Penises are very expensive. You don't know how expensive. Penis is like 150 grand. Look that shit up. Or at least that's what the one transgender girl told me at war that one year when I sat and talked to her for hours because I was just interested in the whole thing. And she told me that a penis is like 150 grand. I was like, fuck me. I got mine for free. But Elliot Page, man, Elliot Page has a very, very expensive penis. So, thems need money because they is fucking poor because their dick cost a lot of fucking money. It's altruism, man. And we're going to cost the company and the shareholders and all those old white men, we're going to cost them a fuck ton of money that they're never going to see again. And, you know, it'll just be kind of like a humiliation ritual joke. We'll put the movie out and everybody's going to have to sit there and go, oh, this is great. But they know it's not good. And they know that nobody's going to want to watch it. But they still got to go out and do the press tour and be like, oh, it was so much fun filming. It was so great to hang out with Spider-Man and the Punisher and fucking Matt Damon. And them days. And we had a great time with thems and theys and all of them and theys. And then they'll win an Academy Award and everybody will go, this is why the awards are fucking worthless. And all of the people that get the awards will go, this is why the award is so wonderful. And Christopher Nolan will get Academy Award for making a piece of shit that nobody cared about and nobody wanted to go see. And everybody fucking hates and is angry about it. But he'll get his little golden statue. And he can go, I got a golden statue and you don't. And everybody will go, yeah, but you got it because it's a piece of shit. And he'll be like, that's your opinion because I got a little statue that says it was wonderful. And then they'll say, yeah, but the studio lost like $350 million on it. And he'll go, that's studio money, bitch. I got paid and I got a little gold dude. Boo, 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 boo. Dude, that's all it is. That's all it is. Like, I'm excited. I can't wait. I actually really want to see this. I might buy it on DVD when it comes out. Right after I buy the new James Gunn Superman. I watched Drinker's review on that Superman. Man, you guys are never going to get my review on that fucking piece of shit. I'm never going to watch it. The only way that I would watch any of these new DC movies is if James Gunn like sets it up to where he's doing Injustice. He's doing these weird like off takes of all the superheroes. We got Superman who's a bitch, you know, sent to Earth to go and conquer it, but unfortunately he's kind of a bitch and he gets beat up by everybody because he's a bitch. And yeah, whatever, crypto. And fucking Mal's in it, so I guess that's cool. We got the captain back in the ship. And then we got drunk whore Supergirl. Fantastic. Like, if he does super violent Wonder Woman and like kind of violent, you know, like eco-terrorist Aquaman, right? And then we do a Batman where Batman's just normal old Batman, and then but the next episode it's Injustice, and Joker kills Lois Lane and turns into a whole fucking thing. That I'd watch it for. But I don't think he's doing that. I think he's too retarded to do that. I think he's just making shitty fucking movies. I don't want to watch a movie where Superman gets beat up by everybody. I don't want to watch a movie where Superman fucking bleeds. Unless Superman went into a big plastic crystal that closed up on him all shakily and fucked up, and then a red light turned on underneath him, and he and loses his power, and then comes out of it and gets into a bar fight with a guy, and then he gets a bloody nose and goes, fuck this shit, I'm going to get my power back. Unless those are the conditions under which Superman gets a bloody nose, it better be from Brainiac or fucking Darkseid or Doomsday. These are the only beings that should be able to give fucking Superman a bloody nose. And I didn't see any of them in the trailers for that movie. From what I saw, it looked like Lois Lane slapped him in the fucking mouth and busted him all up. Why the fuck would I want to watch that shit? That ain't Superman. I don't know what the fuck that is. Some lesbian's fan fiction. I'm not interested in watching lesbian fan fiction. I got tricked into that shit for fucking 3 Star Wars movies. And I was like, sorry, 4 Star Wars movies, because I watched fucking Rogue One. And I still want to smack every motherfucker that's like, oh, Rogue One was a great movie. But shut the fuck up. The blind fucking Jedi monk, kiss my ass, you homosexual. No, I got tricked with that shit. Too fucking much. I watched fucking Thor, Love and Thunder, bitch. I ain't watching any more of this shit. No, I'm out. Every time I find out, oh, this is some lesbian fan fiction, the Harry Potter TV show, not interested. Why the fuck would I want to? Well, actually, I am kind of interested in that. I really am interested in that because I want to see how they play the blatant racism that they've now injected into it. I do kind of want to watch that. I'll admit. I do kind of want to watch that. But only for, like, the gag factor. Like, I can't take any of this shit serious anymore. How the fuck is anybody taking movies that they make nowadays serious? They made a fucking Mandalorian movie. When The Mandalorian was about to be fucking canceled. Nobody's watching this show anymore because it sucks. It's just a fucking blatant ploy to get you to buy Grogu action figures and plushies and shit. They don't give a fuck about putting out a good... This isn't for you. Mandalorian isn't for you anymore. It's for girls. To buy Labubus that are green with big ears that go this way instead of this way. It's the whole fucking... That's the whole reason of it. It's not for me. It's like every movie that fucking shithead makes. Jordan Peele. I'm never going to go watch a Jordan Peele movie. He specifically said, I don't want white people to come and watch my movies. I'll do better shit. There's better movies to watch. I'll watch some movie that's fucking 40 years old that will entertain me a hell of a lot more than your fucking Twilight Zone remake. Suck a dick. Why would I want to go watch your shit? Fuck off. I got tricked by too many M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movies. I watched The Village. I paid movie theater prices to go and see The Village. And I cracked that shit in the first 20 seconds of the video. You want to know why? Dude was wearing a bowler hat. I worked at a costume shop for 2 years. And that was enough knowledge for me to fucking predict The Village within the first 20 seconds of the movie. It's the funeral scene, right in the beginning. I'm like, dude's wearing a bowler hat. And I leaned over to my girlfriend. I said, this is back when I actually dated women. And I said, well, not that I've dated anything else, but nevertheless, back when I dated, I said, that dude's got a bowler hat on. And she goes, so? And I'm like, bowler hats didn't come around until like the 1940s. This is modern times, and they're just fucking pretending. It's like they're doing fucking medieval reenactment. And she's like, oh, we just ruined it. And I'm like, well, ruined for me. Dumbass put a fucking bowler hat in the beginning of it. How am I not supposed to fucking know that? Just a bowler hat. I'm not going to be tricked anymore. I'm not wasting my money on horse shit. I advise you to do the same. Just wait until Drinker does a review of it. He'll tell you everything that happens and everything is fucking stupid and worthless about it. That's all I need anymore. Either that or I'll wait for Mahler to put out a fucking 10-hour video about it, and then I'll watch him break it down for an hour and a half and be like, yeah, it looks like shit, and then I'll turn it on to something else. I can't wait for this movie. I can't wait to see how everybody reacts to because still, nobody even fucking knows what's going on. Because Christopher Nolan daren't fucking tell anybody what's actually happening. Otherwise, nobody'd go see it. He's got to trick some people into paying money for it. I can't wait till it releases. All the videos that are going to come out after it releases are going to be hilarious. I'm excited. And I hope that Christopher Nolan really appreciates his little golden man. I hope at the end of the day he thinks it's worth it. And I hope at the end of the day the studio thinks it was worth it to piss away all that fucking money on an obvious loser.